Hello everybody. We are looking to add double and triple digit numbers today. This is subtraction from before. So I'm going to go ahead and change this goal to make sure we are doing addition, putting the numbers together. And when we use place value strategies, we're really focusing on paying attention to hundreds, tens, and ones and thinking about the numbers and what they have inside of them. So you're going to hear me saying and using the words hundreds, tens, and ones. And while you're solving, you should do the same. If you want to record yourself on Seesaw telling with your thoughts, that would be awesome. So we have two strategies we're using today that are different from Monday and Tuesday. They are the number bond way and the number line way. That way we can prove our answer in two different ways and be flexible. So our addition problem today will look like something like this. We are all going to be using not just double digit numbers now, we're going to move to triple digit numbers. So we might see something like this on our work this week. Let's make that a little larger. Let's see. Don't be afraid of big numbers. You still solve them the same way as you do with smaller numbers. They are just a little bit bigger. So when I look at these numbers, I can easily solve in the number bond way first by thinking about what they have inside. So then I pull them apart into what their hundreds, tens, and ones are worth. So I usually make like three lines like this, kind of like a number bond where this is my whole, and I'm pulling it apart into three separate parts. So I'm thinking 157. What is the value of this digit? It's in the hundreds place and it's just 1. So it's 100. That's what it's worth. Now I have 5 in the tens place. 5 tens is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 50. 7 ones is just 7. When I read it back, it should sound like this number when I say it out loud. 157. Now I come over here, I look at it. I know this 7 is in the hundreds place, so that's 700. I put 2 zeros after it to represent, to put it in the hundreds place. Then I have 7 tens. Well, if I count by 10 7 times, that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Alright, I got 70. Then 4 is in the ones place, that's just ones. So it's just worth 4. Okay, I'm so ready to solve now. Now I've made some simpler equations for myself because I can put the hundreds together, then the tens together, then the ones together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Take my 100 and my 700. Well, 1 plus 7 is 8, so that's 800. I take my 50 and my 70. I think 7 plus 5. I kind of, in my mind, I mentally ignore those zeros and I just add what's in the tens place to find how many tens I have. So 7 and 5 more. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 12 tens. So I put the 12 and then I drop that 0 back there. Or I could think of it like this. 70 plus 50. 70 plus 5 tens. 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Still matches. Alright, now all I have to do is add my ones back as well. So 7 plus 4 makes 11. Okay. It's a little bit easier for me to add these up now because I've made them into simple friendly numbers that have zeros in the ones place. Okay, so I like to take them and kind of stack them. So I'm going to go 800 plus 120 plus 11. My 11 needs to be lined up so that the ones and the tens are in line with the other two numbers. Now that they're friendly, they become much easier to add in the vertical form. So I go 0 plus 0 plus 1. Just 1. 0 plus 2 plus 1. Well, 2 plus 1 is 3 tens. 8 hundreds plus 1 more hundred. 900. Okay, now I know 157 plus 774 is 931. Now, I know it in my number bond way that worked out. But I also want to solve with a second strategy. So I'm going to go ahead and move this answer up here and erase this so I have some room for my number line strategy. In number line strategy, when I'm adding, what we like to do is pick the biggest number in my equation. Which part is bigger? the biggest part here that I'm adding up is 774. So I would start with that over here, and I'm going to count up, because I'm adding, I'm going to count up this much. Okay, so on my number line, I need my jumps to make 157 until I get to my answer. Let's see if it makes 931. 1 big jump of 100 would be the best move first, because that's an easy number to add on. I just changed my hundreds place to be one more. So 774 plus 100 more is 874. Now, I know I've already added my 100, so I'm going to cross that out to keep track in my mind. Okay, so now what I could do, I have to add 57 more. How would I like to do this? Well, let me write the number that I'm adding on over here. So I know I already took out 100. I know it's also worth 50 and 7. I'm going to use this to help me plan my jumps. I already jumped 100. Now I have 50 and 7. Well, I'd like to jump 6 more, because if I jump 6 more ones, that makes my number into the next friendly number, because 74 plus 6 would make 80. I like friendly numbers. Let's do that. But that means that I'm using 6 from my ones place. That means I would be left with 1, because that's what it is if I break apart the 7. 6 and 1 are inside of it. I'm going to use 6. Okay, I broke apart the 7. It made 6 and 1. Now I'm going to jump 6. That's a pretty small jump in comparison to 100, so I make it smaller on my number line. So once I jumped 6, my plan was to get to the next 10, so my hundreds place didn't change, but 74 plus 6 makes 80. Okay, so now I'm at 880. What would be the easiest jump for me to plan next? Well, I think since it's friendly and has a 0 in the ones place now, I can add my 10s. So let's add 50. Let's add 5 10s. Okay, 880 plus 5 more 10s. 890, 800. Wait, if I'm at 890, I get to the next 100. 890, 900, 910, 920, 930. Okay, I'm at 930, and I've added my 100, I've added my 50, I've added 6 from the 7 ones. I still have 1 1 left to add. That's going to be a super tiny jump. So 1 more 1 is 931. I got to 931. Yes! That number matches what I got for my number bond way. Score. Now I know I got the right answer. Such a good idea to prove it to yourself with more than one strategy. So with this teacher example, I want you to go and do your best. And we can't wait to see what you can do.